take a deep breath. Feel the air fill your lungs. Feel the weight of your body, the solid ground beneath you. Now, look at your hands. They seem real, solid, separate from the world around you, don't they? For your entire life, you've been taught a fundamental story. You are a small, separate being, a tiny fleck of consciousness, living inside a vast, external, and often indifferent universe. But what if that story, the most fundamental story of your existence, is completely backwards? What if I told you that the 100 billion galaxies, the countless stars, the entirety of space and time isn't just out there? What if the proof is now emerging from the most unlikely of places that the entire universe is also inside you, not as a metaphor, not as a poetic idea, but as a fundamental, structural, holographic truth? What you are about to discover will challenge the very concept of in here versus out there. It's a revelation so profound, it doesn't just change how you see the world, it changes who and what you believe yourself to be. Because to understand this holographic proof is to understand that you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. But to grasp this, we must first confront the great illusion of separation that our own senses have so expertly crafted for us. Welcome back, conscious creators, to Xendai. Today, we embark on a journey that collapses the infinite cosmos into the sacred space of your own being. The idea that the universe is inside you has been a cornerstone of mystical thought for millennia, but it has often been dismissed as mere poetry. No longer. This exploration is designed to be the definitive bridge between that ancient spiritual intuition and the startling discoveries of modern science that are beginning to validate it. We will construct this bridge using the 4 pillars of the Xendai quadfecta blend. We will begin with the holographic principle, a mind-bending concept from theoretical quantum physics that suggests our 3-dimensional reality may be a projection from a 2-dimensional surface. We will then uncover how ancient spiritual traditions describe this exact holographic nature of existence using their own powerful language and symbols. We will explore the psychological implications, revealing how your mind already operates as a holographic interface, shaping the macrocosm by altering the microcosm. And finally, we will touch upon the metaphysical laws that govern this holographic reality, giving you the practical tools to begin consciously working with this incredible truth. This is more than a fascinating theory. It is a life-altering operating manual for a new kind of human potential, a potential where you are not just a resident of the universe, but its co-author, its mirror, and its ultimate expression. Our journey begins at the very edge of known physics, at the event horizon of a black hole. Scientists like Gerard 't Hooft and Leonard Susskind, grappling with the profound paradoxes of what happens to information that falls into a black hole, stumbled upon a revolutionary idea, the holographic principle. In simple terms, they propose that all the information contained within a 3-dimensional volume of space, every particle, every star, every galaxy, could be completely described by the information encoded on its 2-dimensional boundary, much like a 3-dimensional hologram is projected from a 2-dimensional film. This isn't just a quirky idea, it's a mathematically plausible solution to some of physics' deepest problems. It suggests that the 3-dimensional world we perceive as so solid and real might be a projection, an illusion generated from a deeper, flatter layer of reality. Now, consider the work of physicist David Bohm. He took this concept even further, proposing that the entire universe is a giant, flowing hologram, or what he called a holomovement. He spoke of 2 orders of reality, the explicate order, which is the tangible, 3-dimensional world we see and touch, and a deeper, more fundamental, implicate order, where everything is enfolded, interconnected, and whole. In a hologram, a unique property exists. If you cut a piece of the holographic film and shine a laser through it, you don't get a piece of the image. You get the entire image, just at a lower resolution. Every part contains the whole. Bohm suggested our universe operates in the same way. Every single particle, every cell, every point of consciousness contains the enfolded information of the entire cosmos. The universe is not a collection of separate parts. It is an undivided wholeness, and each part is a holographic reflection of that whole. This scientific framework is staggering. It provides a potential mechanism for how the macrocosm, the entire universe, could be contained within the microcosm of a single conscious being. But if this is true, how did ancient mystics, with no knowledge of black holes or laser technology, come to the exact same conclusion thousands of years ago? This brings us to the profound resonance of ancient spiritual wisdom. Long before Bohm, ancient traditions described a holographic reality using their own rich symbolic language. The most direct parallel is the Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, as below, so above. This isn't just a saying, it's a statement of the holographic principle. It declares that the microcosm, below, i.e. you, and the macrocosm, above, i.e. the universe, are reflections of one another. To understand one is to understand the other. In Eastern philosophy, particularly in Hinduism and certain schools of Buddhism, the concept of Indra's net is a perfect metaphor. It describes a celestial net that stretches out infinitely in all directions. At every node where the threads of the net cross, there is a perfectly clear, multifaceted jewel, and each jewel reflects all the other jewels in the net from its own unique perspective. The reflection of all the other jewels is also contained within each jewel, and so on, ad infinitum. This is a breathtakingly elegant description of a holographic universe where each part, each jewel, each individual consciousness contains and reflects the whole, the entire net, the universe. Vedantic philosophy speaks of the relationship between Atman, the individual soul, and Brahman, the ultimate, universal consciousness. The ultimate realization is Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman. It is the recognition that the individual self is not separate from, but is a holographic expression of, the one universal consciousness. These were not just intellectual ideas, they were states of being achieved through deep meditation and spiritual practice, where the illusion of separation dissolved and the truth of oneness was directly experienced. These ancient sages saw the hologram. But how do we, in our everyday lives, interact with this holographic reality? How does our mind function as part of this system? This is where the power of psychology provides the practical key. If the universe is a hologram and you are a holographic fragment of it, then your mind, your consciousness, is your personal interface with the entire system. It is the laser that reads the holographic film and projects your experienced reality. Your beliefs, your perceptions, your emotional states, and your focus are not just reactions to the world. They are the very parameters that determine which part of the universal hologram you are illuminating and thus experiencing. This is the foundation of what psychologists call our reality tunnel. Each of us experiences a unique version of reality based on our internal filters. If you hold a deep belief that the world is a hostile, scarce place, your consciousness will holographically project and experience a reality that confirms that belief. You will illuminate the parts of the universal hologram that correspond to hostility and scarcity. Conversely, if you cultivate an inner state of trust, love, and abundance, your consciousness projects that reality. You illuminate the abundant and loving aspects of the hologram. This is the ultimate act of mind control. Not control over others, but the conscious mastery of your own perceptual and belief systems. This explains why inner work is so profoundly powerful. When you heal a trauma, You are literally changing a part of your personal holographic code. When you change a limiting belief, you are upgrading your projection system. When you achieve inner peace, you are creating a coherent, powerful laser of consciousness that projects a clear, harmonious reality. You don't need to change the entire universe out there. The holographic principle teaches us that by changing the fragment, by changing yourself, you are, in a very real way, changing the entire reflection. But are there rules to this? Are there fundamental principles that govern how this holographic projection works? Indeed, there are. These are the metaphysical laws, the universal principles that act as the physics engine or the rendering software for our holographic reality. They are the reliable dynamics that ensure the projection is coherent and consistent. The law of vibration states that your projected reality will always match your frequency. You cannot project abundance from a frequency of lack. The law of correspondence, as within, so without, is the holographic principle itself, stated as an operational law. The law of cause and effect ensures that every change you make to your inner world, cause, will have a corresponding change in your outer reflection, effect. Understanding these laws is what elevates us from being unconscious projectors to conscious creators. It allows us to work with the system intelligently. Instead of just hoping for a different projection, you learn to systematically adjust the projector itself, your own state of being. You learn to use your focus, mentalism, to manage your energy, vibration, to seek balance, gender and polarity, and to trust the natural unfolding, rhythm. This is the practical application of the holographic truth. It's the knowledge that allows you to consciously choose which aspects of the infinite universal hologram you wish to illuminate and bring into your experience. You become an artist of reality, and your consciousness is the light you paint with. So, what is the holographic proof? It is the stunning synthesis of these four pillars. It's the quantum suggestion that our reality is a projection from a deeper, interconnected layer of information. It's the spiritual wisdom of ancient traditions who described this exact holographic nature for millennia. It's the psychological truth that our mind is the interface, the projector that illuminates and interprets this hologram based on our inner programming. And it's the metaphysical framework of universal laws that provides the coherent source code for this grand projection. The ultimate life-altering revelation is this: you are not just in the hologram, because every part contains the whole. You are the hologram. Your consciousness is a microcosm that contains the information of the entire macrocosm. And at the same time, you are the projector, the unique point of awareness, choosing which aspect of that infinite enfolded whole to bring into sharp, explicate focus. You are the art, the artist, and the light all at once. This is the truth of your divine, creative nature. You are not small. You are not separate. The universe is, in the most profound and literal way, inside you. This is a concept that can shift one's entire identity. As you absorb this idea that the entire universe is holographically present within your own being, what is the one aspect of your life you would look at differently? A challenge, a relationship, your own potential? Share your reflection in the comments. Let's explore this new perspective together. So, what do you do with this knowledge? You stop looking outside of yourself for power, for answers, for completeness. You realize that the kingdom of heaven, the source of all creation, is truly within. You begin to treat your inner world, your thoughts, your beliefs, your emotions, with the reverence and care it deserves, knowing it is the causal, creative realm. You start to see every challenge not as an external attack, but as a reflection of an internal pattern that you have the power to change. This is the ultimate empowerment. It is the shift from feeling like a tiny, insignificant fragment to knowing you are a complete holographic expression of the entire cosmos, with the innate power to illuminate any reality you choose. You are boundless, you are magnificent, and the entire universe is waiting within you to be explored. If you are ready to explore the universe within and to learn the practical tools to consciously shape your holographic reality, then this is your home. Subscribe to Xendai now and activate the notification bell. Our journey into the deepest truths of existence is an ongoing adventure. Thank you for joining us in this profound realization. Look within.